Hi everyone, it's Anthony back with another video, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing! Yay! So today I actually got in this shirt collar is like unreasonably large, I feel like. Okay, anyway, so today I got in a package from a brand that I haven't started using their products yet, but I've actually done a kind of haul of their products previously, and then this is round two because they came out with a couple new items. So I brought out everything. So on this side of me, I have the things that I already purchased previously, and I mentioned one of the products in an earlier video, but I wanted to go through what I already have from them, and then we'll dive into the new box. So this isn't like brand new unboxing, this is more of like show and tell and an unboxing kind of combined. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And the brand that we are talking about today is Good Molecules. So Good Molecules is a Korean brand, which I actually did not know that until fairly recently, like just before I placed my first order. I was like, I found out that they were all made in Korea, and I felt like I had to dig a little bit to find that out without having the products in hand. So I was kind of happily surprised because the prices are very, very good or very, very affordable, and the formulations seem to be very, very simple, results driven. It's almost like the K-beauty version of like The Ordinary or Inky List. It's kind of in that realm as far as like price point. Some things are a little bit higher, but for the most part, they're kind of in line with that same kind of like tier of pricing for skincare. So let's jump into what I already have from the brand that I haven't yet started in on, but I'm looking forward to. This is their Instant Cleansing Balm. From Good Molecules. So this is their balm style cleanser. It has sea buckthorn oil in it, camellia oil, and shea butter. This also has some PEGs in it that are typical for a cleansing balm that's going to kind of emulsify and create that kind of milky wash. Once you rinse it, kind of creates that milkiness and rinses cleanly, which I like seeing in a cleansing balm. I like it when it's super easy for these balms to be rinsed as opposed to having to get a washcloth or it to be kind of frustrating to remove. So it's got a little spatula kind of hidden inside there, which is nice. And then let's see what the actual balm looks like. Oh wow, it's just like a just straight white balm, no real color to it. I'm not gonna dig into it just yet, but yeah, so that's their cleansing balm. The other thing that I did notice about this, I'll have to list all the prices below for these products, but this comes in at 2.5 ounces, 75 milliliters about, which is bigger than some cleansing balms I've used, but it's not the standard 100 milliliters or that, that like 3 point whatever ounce range is kind of like the sweet spot for most cleansing balms. So this is a little bit smaller than normal, but not as small as I've seen. There was one that I used from a brand called Beekman 1802 last month, or about a month and a half ago, and that one was like 40 milliliters. It was like really small. It was like 1.4 ounces or 1.7 ounces, which was kind of interesting, but and it was way more pricey than this. So there's that. And then next up, let's just go right into the cleanser that I have. I think this might be one of their newer releases, and it's the Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. Can you see that? There you go. The light's super bright today. It's kind of gloomy out, so I tried to like counteract that and got a lot of light going on here. But this is a gentle gel style cleanser, or kind of fluid cleanser. And then this one has, let's see, coconut-based surfactants in it, rose water, and then pineapple fruit extract. I love that Good Molecules on some of their products, I don't know if all, they literally list out all the ingredients and exactly what percentage of it is. So this is essentially water, glycerin, preservatives, and a coconut-based surfactants, and then that last like 2%, 2.5% of the formula is the rose water, citric acid, those types of things, and the pineapple fruits at the very end. So this is just a really straightforward, basic gel style cleanser with gentle surfactants. So this is pH balanced. You can use it both AM and PM. It's got a kind of a thick, can you see that? Thick jelly. You see how the air is not kind of moving around as much? There it goes. But yeah, so curious to give this a shot. I've been hearing some good things. You've got 120 milliliters here. But yeah, I've been hearing good things so far. Sarah on No BS Beauty, I think she said that she's been really liking this so far. She seems to be a fan of a lot of the Good Molecules products, and that's what kind of turned me on to the brand. Is in her review, she always mentions the country of origin, and she said South Korea, and I was like, what? Like, are you sure? And then I kind of did some digging and was like, oh wow. And then I saw the price points as well, because the review that she did was for a product that we're about to get to, and she said it was $6, and I was like, there's no way. And so we got to it, or I got to it online, and I was like, it is $6. So I was just like, click, 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 click. So let's go ahead and talk about the exfoliators since we're kind of on the subject here. And the first one is one that I already mentioned because I was kind of comparing it to or contrasting it to the Tatcha, the rice polish, because I picked that up in a haul last week, or a purchase that I made last week. And so I grabbed this. This is the pineapple exfoliating powder, because it looks like, as far as the format of it, in that kind of powdery format, that they might be a similar consistency. So I'm curious to see how they'll compare once I get to them. So this is an enzyme-based powder style cleanser similar to the rice polish, containing vitamin C. This has pineapple enzymes in it as well. You have rice extract. So I think, on paper they sound pretty similar, although Tatcha uses papaya and not pineapple. This also has kiwi extract in it, ascorbic acid, so it's got some potential brightening and kind of resurfacing, almost kind of a combo of a physical and enzyme-based exfoliation. I showed this in the last video, but you can see there's an actual powder in there. It's pretty cool. So you get 2.1 ounces here, 60 grams. So, and I think that's the same as the Tatcha. However, I believe this was less than $15, I want to say, and the rice polish is like $65. So if this is as good, I can't wait to get to compare those. That'll probably be happening the beginning of next year. I can't wait to compare these, and we'll see how they do, if this is a good dupe for that. Next up on the exfoliation is the overnight exfoliating treatment. So this is kind of what brought me to Good Molecules after seeing Sarah's review on No BS Beauty. I'll link that video because she's very, very informative. She was kind of reviewing this product. This is, I guess, the version 2.0 from Good Molecules, where they've removed the essential oils and they've removed a couple other things. So it's literally your water, glycolic acid, lactic acid, salicylic acid. So you've got AHA and BHA in here, sodium hyaluronate, some other hydrators, preservatives, those kinds of things. And I think on the website, you can actually, I think, get the full percentages of AHA and BHA, so you know exactly what you're getting in here. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it's just an overnight serum. It looks like it's kind of like a leave-on exfoliating treatment. So I guess I've used AHA toners in the past. I guess I have used the Paula's Choice BHA exfoliating liquid. So I have used both AHA and BHA leave-on products. I would probably personally, because exfoliating acids like this are kind of pH dependent as far as their potency, I would probably cleanse, apply this, let it sit for a while, and then move on to the rest of my routine. So I wouldn't use it in my normal serum step. It would be kind of its own exfoliation step a little bit earlier on. So, but yeah, $6. I'm hoping it works because if it does, this would be a great, super affordable stand-in for my current AHA and BHA products that I use. And then we've got a toner, and this is their niacinamide brightening toner. This is a really thin, watery looking toner that features obviously niacinamide. There's also ascorbic acid in here, cocoa seed extract, Saccharomyces ferment filtrate, which was one of my favorite brightening ingredients, licorice root extract in here as well, sodium hyaluronate. So very, very straightforward, purpose-driven formulations. You can see there, it actually has a little bit of a weight, at least in the bottom. It looks like it has a little bit of like a syrupy, you can't see that, can you? Syrupy look to it. I'm curious to see if it feels more like the Claire's Supple Preparation Toner or the Revectin Toner that has that kind of like stickiness, or if it's just straight water. But I will be working this into my routine very soon. You get 120 milliliters here. The serum, you got 30 milliliters. So 1 ounce there and 4 ounces for the toner. Then we've got an actual serum, and this is their discoloration correcting serum. So this is obviously intended to lighten hyperpigmentation, reduce dark spots, sunspots, those types of things. So we've got the ingredients list and all the percentages here on the side. I really, really love this idea. It gives you that full breakdown. Niacinamide in here. You've also got carob gum, which I'll have to look into. But yeah, it looks like it's kind of focused on the niacinamide with a 4% concentration. So this might be a good product to work hand in hand with the toner, or I might do them one at a time and see which one's a little bit more effective, or if they work better together. Not too sure there, but yeah, so this looks like on the front, it has cetyl tranexamate mesylate to target discoloration, which might be tranexamic acid. Oh God, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'll have to enter a little title in with what it's actually called. I wonder if that's the same ingredient, because that has been an up-and-coming, really popular ingredient to work into your routine to help with reducing hyperpigmentation and dark spots. So it might be in that same realm. They sound very similar, but I'll insert Anthony, you're being not so smart, below. It might be the same thing. So yeah, niacinamide's also known for brightening. So this sounds like an interesting serum. I'm very excited to give that a try. And then lastly, from that first round of purchasing that I did from Good Molecules, is their silicone-free priming moisturizer. This is 50 milliliters, 1.7 ounces, pretty standard. This is a moisturizer that also claims to have kind of that primer effect, kind of prime your skin and get it ready for makeup. The reason I got this, I picked this up after being in the middle of using or just finishing using the Peach and Lily, their priming, whatever that was, that priming serum that they released this year. I didn't quite like that product because it felt like an extra step into my routine. It was said to be used after sunscreen, and it was just a lot, it was kind of extra hassle, and I wasn't really seeing that great of results from it, if anything. It does have a lot of antioxidant benefits to it, or ingredients that contain a lot of antioxidants, but putting something like that on top of a sunscreen just seemed like I wasn't going to get as much from that type of product than if I was using it as an actual moisturizer or as a serum. So when I saw this one, because it's a actual moisturizer, it made more sense, because I'm going to use a moisturizer regardless, and not having to add a separate kind of priming, mattifying serum step. This kind of just called to me a little bit more. It features shea butter, macadamia seed oil, and plant-derived silicones, which this is also what Peach and Lily claimed from their priming serum, is they developed a plant-derived silicone for smoothing, those types of things. So we've got shea butter in here, macadamia seed oil, sodium hyaluronate, ethyl hexylglycerin, green tea leaf water, citric acid, and it looks like there's a few ingredients on here. Super long name, but I'm assuming that complex is what gives you that non-synthetic silicone, so that like plant-based, naturally derived silicone. So we'll see. I don't know if I necessarily buy that. I just wanted to compare this to the Peach and Lily one because I was definitely not sold on that one. but here's what that looks like. And if anything, this might be a really nice moisturizer. On the ingredients, when using sunscreen, let the priming moisturizer fully absorb before applying sunscreen. So this goes underneath your sunscreen, whereas the Peach and Lily one said to use it after sunscreen, which was kind of weird. So that's that for the very first round of products. And now we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this box here, which just arrived. So let's cut this open and see what we have. Okay. I'm loving that they're using paper as their filler. That's nice. So it looks like we've got some samples here. Let's see. This is just some more paper. Okay, cool. So the sample that they sent in here is a little baby of their Clarify and Cleanse Bar. This is their cleansing bar that's soap-free, so this is a pH balanced cleansing bar, which is hard to find, that helps to maintain clear complexion for acne-prone skin, pH of 5.5 to 6.5. And it's funny they sent a little baby because that's one of the things I actually picked up is the full size. So maybe I'll just pop that into the little baby into my giveaway bin. In here we have, it looks like coconut-based surfactants here, vegetable oil, kaolin clay, cocoa fruit powder, grape seed powder, there's tea tree leaf oil in here? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, rose fruit oil, salicylic acid. The tea tree oil's fairly low on the list. I'll have to go on their website and see if they break down the percentages, but I wasn't expecting that. Oh, not that tea tree is necessarily an issue for me, but I have been steering away from incorporating essential oils. We don't need to talk about that. Everyone talks about that. I wonder how much it smells. We're gonna open it because I'm curious to see if it's like super tea tree scented. It's pretty tea tree. I'll have to keep an eye on this. Yeah, a clear complexion, acne-prone skin. So clearly they're intending on you using this on your face. Okay, I'm not gonna let that trip me up too much. There is tea tree oil in their Clarify and Cleanse Bar. That's not a deal breaker for me. I'm just surprised because I guess I didn't see that when I was clicking on everything. So there's that. The next one that we have up, we'll just stick with the cleansers, is the Hydrate and Cleanse Bar, and I believe this is their newest release. This cleanser just came out maybe this week or late last week. Soap-free cleansing bar formulated with squalane, shea butter, and honey to help hydrate the skin. So as opposed to being a clarifying, this is more of a hydrating. And you know what these remind me of is the Peaky and Juju cleansing bars from Drunk Elephant. Both of those are targeted at a couple different things. I forget which one is which, but one of them is more for clarifying, more of a deeper cleanse, and then the other one's more gentle and intended for hydration. And I really liked both of those cleansing bars. However, I think there's something like 20 bucks a pop, maybe a little bit less than that, but I think these were in the $5 to $6 range. Once again, price is all down below. We have coconut-based surfactants here, glycerin, squalane, sea buckthorn oil, honey, shea butter, macadamia oil, sweet almond oil, and green tea leaf. So there's no tea tree in here. This is definitely more focused on hydrating and nourishing, and whereas this one is supposed to be more clarifying. It's got the kaolin clay in there. So curious to see how these two compare with each other, and I'm also curious to see how they stand up against the Peaky and Juju bars from Drunk Elephant, because I really did like those. The only reason I stopped buying them is because, at least right now, you can't get the big boys in Sephora stores. You can only get them online, and I always forget to add them to my cart. You can only get the duo that comes with a little travel zipper in Sephora stores, and I don't need the zipping case thing, and I want full sizes, but I've got so many cleansers that it just kind of slipped my mind. I don't really add them to my cart ever, but when I saw these, I was like, ooh, these could be potential dupes. So we shall see. We also have the Caffeine Energizing Hydrogel Eye Patches. It has been a very long time since I've used a hydrogel eye patch. It's been a couple years. I never really found any that super stood out to me. The first ones I tried weren't incredibly effective, and then the second ones I tried were very, very fragranced, and so I was just kind of turned off by the idea of hydrogel eye patches. But I've been hearing really good things about the Good Molecules caffeine ones. You get 60 patches in here. You've got niacinamide, caffeine. You've also got castor seed oil, sodium hyaluronate, licorice root extract green tea, aloe in here as well. So mostly the niacinamide and the caffeine kind of called to me because I have had okay success with those ingredients for the eye area. I haven't really found an eye product that totally blows my mind, so I'm hoping that this goes really well. And even if I don't use these necessarily like every single day, twice a day or what have you, even having something just to pop on just to kind of refresh the eye area, let's say I didn't sleep well or what have you, this might be a really good option. So there's those. And then we've got I should have mentioned, each of these cleansing bars is 3.15 ounces, which equates to about 89 milliliters. These are solid, so, but yeah, so a little bit smaller, I guess, than you would have an actual cleanser, so we'll see how long those last. And then, like I said, 60 patches here for the caffeine eye patches. Then we have the Good Molecules Daily Brightening Serum. This is a serum that's also focused on brightening the skin, lightening hyperpigmentation, those types of things, which seems like quite a few of their products in their lineup are all kind of geared towards that, which I like. That's all my issues. So you've got beta-arbutin and hyaluronic acid, which are said to gently brighten skin tone right off the box. I don't know the difference between beta-arbutin and alpha-arbutin, but I know that ingredient is supposed to be a more gentle, approachable alternative to hydroquinone. So I'm curious to see how this goes. I've also got licorice root extract in here, glycerin, sodium hyaluronate, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid. So this is kind of just hydrating, retaining moisture, and lightening the skin or reducing hyperpigmentation with that beta-arbutin. So let me know if you know the difference between the beta and the alpha and how they impact skin. I'll have to look into that, but there is that. You've got 1 ounce of that product. And then the last thing I have isn't a product necessarily, but it's a recent release from Good Molecules as well, and it's their soap, Stone Soap Tray. It almost looks like it said Stone Soap Tarp from when like looking at it in reverse. The Stone's Tart. It's made from water absorbent diatomaceous earth stone, keeping your cleansing bars clean and dry. The thing that I do not like about cleansing bars or bar style soap is I never feel like I can get them dry or get them clean, or I never feel like I can put them anywhere where they don't get gross. And I remember as a kid, we would use bar soap and it would just be sitting in the shower, or like, you know, some showers have the window there, so it'd be sitting on the windowsill, and you go to pick it up and it'd be like, and there'd just be like wet, gummy, gooey soap layer at the bottom. I hated that. It felt so gross. Who knew it was growing there? I really dislike cleansing bars. So the Drunk Elephant ones that I used last year, that was last year, those were the first cleansing bars I had used in literal years, like probably since high school. So ever since then, it has been it's been body washes that come in a bottle because I just prefer that. So when I saw this stone, they show a little video on Good Molecules of putting water on it, and it just like soaks up all the water and dries really, really quickly. And it said that that's supposed to keep your cleansing bars dry, keep them from developing bacteria. It really, really called to me as well, because I just am kind of weirdo in the sense that I really don't like cleansing bars because of that. And in fact, the way that I use cleansing bars is, let me actually go get the thing that I use just to show you. One moment. Okay, so I will actually use this, which is a lemon zester. And so I will take a bar of soap. This is so, you guys are probably, everyone's probably thinking, what the heck is he talking about? Okay, so I will actually take a bar of soap, like this Good Molecules one here, and I will take the lemon zester and I will zest it so I get a bunch of soap shavings, and I'll put those in like a bowl or a container. So then when I go to use them, I just take a pinch of the shavings with a little bit of water and make the foam like that. So I don't actually have the bar soap wet. I just take what I need. It usually doesn't work in the shower because I can't take a open bowl of soap shavings in there, so I have to do it at the sink, but that's how I avoid having the grossness that usually comes with the cleansing bar. It's so extra, it's so many extra steps to get what I need, but that's how I've felt comfortable using cleansing bars. It's so strange now that I talk it all out, like what, are you insane? But so I'm hoping this will resolve that, the stone soap tray. Why can't I say that? So this is what it looks like. Very interesting. It's got the little Good Molecules. And yeah, it's like almost feels like a sandstone. Very interesting. So I'm curious to see how this works, how this stone absorbs water. I was assuming it would be more porous to soak in the water, but it doesn't look incredibly porous. Very interesting. So yeah, you just set the soap right on top of that while it's in your bathroom, and that's supposed to, or in your shower, and that is supposed to soak up all the water and keep things nice and dry and goo-free. We shall see. But yeah, that's everything from Good Molecules. It feels like a lot. I think this is pretty much everything from the brand except for some of their oils. I think they have like a squalane oil, rose hip oil, which is just 100% of that oil. And I have a couple facial oils already, and it takes me a very long time to get through them because I only use like a few drops a day. So I didn't pick those up. And then there's also a peptide serum that looked really similar to the Buffet from The Ordinary, and I already have that in my stash. And I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. I have a few other serums that are in line before it. So I didn't wanna get something that was that identical. I'm hoping the other things in this routine are things that I will burn. You know, I work through those types of products like my cleansers and moisturizers, and my exfoliators I do use pretty often. So I'm hoping that these will find their way into my routine faster than something like a facial oil or a peptide specific serum, because I just don't use those very frequently. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions. I will put as much detail in the description below. But if you have any additional questions I didn't answer, something that you had or you were wondering about, just let me know. Or if there's some favorites here that you absolutely love and suggest me trying first, like, Anthony, you've got to try the gel cleanser or the cleansing bars first, just let me know that too, because I'm more than happy to swap out what's supposed to come next in my routine. I have a whole long spreadsheet that's like, once you're done with this one's next because of expiration date, or this one's next because it's being really hyped right now, so you got to get to that one. But if you want me to plug in some different things from Good Molecules because you want to hear about them, just let me know. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay glowing. Bye.